What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, from California, the Bronx in the house. Car Gift says hi. Oh, look, a Jeep.
What's up?
I know, right? What are the odds of that? What's up, Victor? How's it going, buddy? No way, a Jeep.
What's
I
up,
know,
Car
right?
Gift?
So, if you guys caught that title,
What's up, Eric? Victor.
this one is brought to you by the fine folks at Rockford Fosgate.
Yep.
That's right. They're bringing you that. Oh, nice shirt, by the way. I totally missed the memo.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I didn't get the memo.
No,
That's for sure. Hello from snowy Ohio. Hey, from sunny Florida.
Hey, Georgia.
Although I will say we did have a cold day this week. What was that, Thursday? It's Thursday, right? Thursday it was in the 50s?
Yeah.
Was it 50s?
Yeah.
50s? Yeah, it was 50s.
What?
Thursday was in the 50s, right?
Yeah, sure.
Say hi. There's Haley. Yeah, so Michigan's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
Norway.
up from Georgia? No, all right. Well, Norway is what's up. Hey, from Texas. Philly is 19 here. Well, I can tell you it's
What's
nowhere
up,
near
Julio,
that in
Texas?
Florida right now. Let's do a weather check, shall we?
71.
71. Thank you, Haley. It's 71 here. We catch no breaks. All right, I'm wearing shorts, so you know.
Oh, really? I wear pants.
You wear pants. What was that? Yeah. So what we got going on behind us is this show is being brought to you by Rockford Fosgate. They came out with some new products this year. Hey, Haley. We have the new shallow wedge system. So if you guys are familiar with the P300 10 and 12 that we love so much, they've come out with smaller versions of them. This is the 8-inch version, as you can see. Nice and tiny. Amplifiers right here on the side. It's that same 300 watt amp. It's interchangeable, so depending on which one you have, or which, if you have one, you can just plug them in and out. Makes it really nice. This is going to be the truck 10-inch here, the truck 12 inches there. They sent these to us so that we can go ahead, and the 8 is ported. So that we can go ahead and put these in some cars and hear how they sound and give you guys a full review on them. But for right now, we just wanted to show them to you. As you can see, it is very shallow.
Yeah.
Hey, conveniently, the tape measure is located right here. So we can go ahead and take a measurement here. We got 7.5 inches at the base.
Take your time. It's not heavy.
13.25 inches tall, and 4.5 inches at the top. The 8-inch is 5 inches by 11.5 by, let's say 18 to make it cool. And the 12 at the base is 8.5, 5 at the top, and 26 inches for that. And none of these, other than the 8, is ported.
How big is the ported on the 8?
We got a 3 5/8 by 1.5 inch
cool.
opening. And then it goes all the way down into the box. Go ahead and line those back up so everyone can see them. We'll talk about them again later in the show, but that's what we got going on. These are the new R self-amplified 300 watt. Now they also just announced a 500 watt 12 ported, so hopefully we'll get that to play with here soon.
The P500.
Yeah, Bobby's in the house.
What's
I
up?
finally
These
got
notes?
my Rockford Fosgate PM 600.4 installed. Hey,
Nice.
Dave, that's
Cool,
wonderful.
man.
Hello from the sunny Caribbean. By the way, I got one. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Haley has the
P300?
P300 in there. I was thinking about swapping it out for the
Truck?
the 12 truck, but I think we have better uses for those.
I
I hurt my
you
toe. We'll base fix it. Yes.
Swap it
base
for the
fixes
500.
in. I know. That's what I was thinking, but
Swap
I
it
think
for
we're
the
gonna need more
500,
power
yeah.
because we only run an 8 gauge to that.
But I think it's the
No,
same.
no, she doesn't. And she doesn't need one. Just saying. So just. Anyways, okay. So
yeah.
yes, bass will fix anything. Bass will make
Hello
everyone
from
feel good.
Cincinnati.
Bass will put the little hairs. Been playing with the Dayton DP. You have? I have you. No, I have not been playing with mine.
Yeah.
I just got an opportunity to take a look at the software that it comes with, which is oddly familiar to another software. If you guys
Trinidad.
caught out the video on the Alpine, for some reason, apparently whoever designed the Alpine also designed the Dayton. They have very similar software. So the
And
Alpine is 31 bands
Yeah.
though, and that is only 10. So who are you guys? I'm Dean. He's Fernando. We're 5 Star Car Stereo. And that's that.
And you are Jerry. How you doing, Jerry?
How you doing, buddy? We answer questions. We have a show today where we get to talk to you guys, our viewers. If you're new, thanks for tuning in. If you're not new, thanks for tuning in because
if you're
you
new,
like the
just
show.
please subscribe. Check all the videos that we have. So
We have
you
over
might
1,000.
like it.
So how was your week?
That was good.
Was
the
it?
week was good.
The week was long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Question
the first
about
week.
factory CarPlay and aftermarket CarPlay. Why does factory CarPlay keep playing music while notifications come up in aftermarket music? I don't know. I honestly never noticed that because I don't have a vehicle
with CarPlay.
Well, I do. Suze has it, but I've never actually paid attention to it. That's a good question. I don't know.
It's part of the.
Could just be the way that the system was
they
designed.
design it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got to remember, Apple gets to the final say on everything that goes through. So who knows? That just might have been something the way they designed it, or
what's
had
up,
designed
California?
For factory versus aftermarket. They're both weird. Any amp recommendations to power the 9 speakers in my 14 Maxima? So Kicker makes. We were just talking about this today. They actually make an 8-channel amplifier in their Marine line, and I think they might have moved it. I don't know if it's made it into the CS line, but they make an 8-channel amplifier. And really the only difference between it and a car amplifier is it can formal coat the circuit board, so you can go ahead and use it in your car. But 8 is going to be as close as you're going to get to that off the top of my head. Otherwise, you're going to have to do like a 5-channel and a 4-channel.
Yep. And no, we haven't tested the new Phoenix Gold amplifiers and such.
Yeah, they just came out.
They came out.
Literally just came out. We just got pricing on them. Like 2
yesterday,
days ago.
CS finished, right?
Yeah.
So,
but no, we're gonna try to. I don't know if we're gonna order them ourselves or if we're gonna just be nice and have them send them to us to play with. That'd be nice to throw them in your car and see what they taste like. See what they taste like in the lab.
Oh,
Yummy.
Okay.
Although we did get time to run the speaker wires in your doors.
Oh my god.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Not really.
Well, one side. The other side was perfect.
Oh yeah, one side. Well, that's always. Driver's
Yeah.
side was a dream. The passenger side, I did 20 minutes of BS.
Almost broke your hand.
Yeah. What can you use to replace my factory Bose? What was that?
Right here, my factory Bose system, my Suburban. One more bass.
Add a sub.
Add a sub, yeah. Definitely.
You know, you can throw a sub in the back if you're trying to. Okay, so JL makes the stealth box that goes in the armrest, depending on what year it is, or you could just go ahead and throw one in the back. Either way, like something like this behind the 3rd row seat is shallow enough and it's wedged properly, or the regular P312 would be, if you're just looking for a little more bass. If you want a lot more bass, of course, then you're going to need something custom built and big and loud, and 212s is always nice.
What do you think about the old school subwoofers from Phoenix Gold?
Yeah, I'm not a sub guy anymore. I mean, I'm really not. I've moved on. I feel like I get excited about things, as we all know. Like I was really excited about the Morel subwoofer, but I really haven't put. I don't put all my into subwoofers because it seems like there's so many subwoofers out there right now, and it's like, Any updates on patch dash kits for the 15 and up F-150 8-inch? Yes, actually there is. If you go on to, they actually have a working model of one that they demoed at CES. Mel shot a nice video of that, and I think Lewis actually asked him. I don't know if there's any access to it, but yes, no, they just showed the actual working prototype of it. So I'm assuming we're probably going to see that here shortly. I'll find out. I'll talk to Nathan, find out. See
I'm trying, River. I'm trying. Sometimes the comments they go so fast,
so I can really
even
quick once you guys get on here. So
so Brian say, where can I find ferrules, insulated ferrules?
So, okay, 2 places you can find ferrules. If you have a Stinger dealer in your area, Stinger now sells ferrules. They give you a whole. What's this?
No, you don't need a cab. What you need is a small battery. Check Stinger.com, so you can have a real battery.
So Pinocchio wants to be a real boy. So if you're into Stinger sells ferrules now, and they actually give you a piece of Stinger shrink wrap in the bag.
Yeah.
See that right there? So they sell them in bags of 25. This is the 4-gauge one. It's the SPTF0425, but they have them for, which I feel bad, we've been meaning to do a video on these. We have them all here. We just haven't had a chance to, but they make them all the way up and down from 18 gauge, 16 gauge, 12 gauge,
Yep.
0 gauge, but they're all here. So if you have a Stinger dealer in your part of town, you can go ahead and ask them to order you bags of 25
Yep.
with the shrink wrap in them. Or if you want to just order a whole bunch of them at once like we do, we get them from Farrell's direct.
Yep.
If you just want to get a variety pack,
Spoon 2890. They might fit in your Ridgeline 2007. You might have to check it out. If you can go to one of local dealers, if they are Rockford dealers, you can go and check it out because I believe so. I think they fit.
if you go on to DNF Tool Drawer, you can get these two kits off of Amazon. This is just a whole bunch of 4 gauge ones, and this is a whole bunch of variety. So this is 18, 16, and 12 gauge. And I believe you can actually order this with the crimper. There's 2 style crimpers for Farrell's, in case you were wondering. And whoa!
Yeah, yep. Just break it.
Right there.
You have a, which
Yes,
we did a great
yes.
video on
It's a
Farrell's, by the way,
Rockford
but it's an
Fosgate
older
shirt.
one. This is a what's called a round hole-ish Farrell, as you can see. And this is a square hole. There we go. It's backwards, guys. Sorry, this is a square hole Farrell.
Yep.
I recommend getting both of them because when you're doing like the 8 gauge, you can get it with the square, but everything below an 8 gauge you can get with this. Now, if
Yeah.
you're trying to go above an 8 gauge and get into a 4 gauge, this is where it gets really screwy because most of the Farrell crimpers are these guys here, okay? Because you got to remember, a lot of these Farrells were made for AC, not these round hole DC things. So this doesn't work for anything. So most of the time, you don't worry about it on 4 gauge.
Yep.
We've done thousands of them and not had any issues. So let it go,
Okay,
people.
so no, you don't need a cap or an extra battery if it's only 500 watts. You can check your factory battery, make sure it's up to date and it's no corrosion. You have a good wire, you'll be fine. If you're gonna add a extra battery,
Thank you, Jeff. Yes.
totally fine. But add a battery instead.
I would add better power wire. I'd make sure you
Yeah.
have 100% copper power wire, a nice 4 gauge run to the amplifier, and
But
that
you know,
should do
some
it.
people they like to add more amp.
And SPV20 would be nice.
SPV20, exactly.
Is that what you were trying to think of? Yep.
Stinger.com.
They make the yellow top, which is the SPV20, and then they make a red top version of it also, which is even better, which is the same size and 4
That's
times
funny.
the
What do you
size.
think about Audio Frog speakers?
I think they're really
They're
nice,
good.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Actually, Monday, I just ordered a Audio Frog t-shirt. So I'm going to wear that on Monday. I didn't want to wear it today because today's show is brought to you by Rockford Fosgate. So anyways,
Very good.
I didn't want to wear my Audio Frog shirt that I paid for. I ordered it from Andy. They did not send it to me. I just was like, oh, I want an Audio Frog shirt. As if you guys might want an audio a shirt too, you can get shirts at teespring.com/store/5star, and you can have yourself a nice, cool 5-star t-shirt. Right now, I think we have them as low as $17.
Can you use an art app on the 80PRS?
No. No, it's not ARC-app compatible.
No.
Nope.
Not
No,
at
because
all?
it's a 5-year-old radio. It's never been updated. The 8
So the art audio is
the
not
ARC
low.
amp. No, the
Oh,
amp.
there are.
App.
Yes. Oh, I'm
Slow
sorry.
down, killer.
My
Get
bad.
your head in the game.
I know.
The 8800 is going to be the closest
Yep.
thing that's going to give you access to that amplifier or to that app.
Art
But
DSP, I was thinking.
yeah, slow it down. So Dean, are you going to wear? Yeah, I'm going to wear the frog. Yeah, I'm going to wear it Monday. I wanted to wait, and it's long sleeve, which sucks because I only get to wear it like 3 times a year.
I think they're cool. I haven't seen one. The Sapco amplifiers, mini amps.
Yeah, well, those were.
Yeah.
No, we were talking. Yeah, we were talking about those today. Yeah.
But I mean, it's like we're not Sapco dealers, so.
But you know, it's still gonna be neat, and actually we were talking about that because what I really like to see is somebody that makes a 6-channel amplifier that's built off of a 5-channel amplifier premise. So you have channels 1 through 3
Yep.
are gonna be your 3 channels across the fronts. Let's say 70 by 3, and then you have 100 by 3. And then you have 70 by 2, and then you have 300 by 1. I feel like that would be a really cool amplifier, but we'll never see it.
Okay,
So,
for the price that it's the Prime 500 is good. That's it.
Oh yeah,
it's
I mean
a good amplifier.
we sell tons of them.
Yes.
It's not our favorite amplifier, but we never have any issues with it. and we install a ton of them.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's a nice sound, and it bangs 210s or 212s wonderfully.
Perfect.
The Viper T-shirt, unfortunately, we got these at Knowledge Fest. Jeez, and
Happy New Year's, man.
you know, we had to be like, hey guys, hey, it's you guys. And we're like, hey man, you think maybe? And they're like, okay. So, but yeah, it's tough.
Hey, what's up?
Some companies are really hard to pull T-shirts from. Directed is one of them, and so is Alpine. Do you do sound under the headliner? I haven't done that in a really long time. It hasn't been anything anyone has requested. So yeah,
exactly.
We have in the past, but not anytime recently.
Yeah.
Mine
The
works
sticker
great.
sell for set of speakers foam. Yeah, and not for set. I think they
Well, you have to
sell
buy two
fast
sets.
rings.
The Stinger sells the fast rings.
Yes, and they come in pair.
Pairs of
6x9s, 5x7s, so 6x8s,
gotta
and
work
6.5.
So this is the fast ring. Basically, it comes with 3 pieces of foam.
Mm-hmm.
The piece that goes behind the speaker, the ring that goes behind the speaker, and then the ring that goes in front of the speaker. But this is the fast rings from Stinger.
If the money is not the issue, Tevin Jones, just buy the power. Buy the power.
Yeah,
because it's better.
What's up from India?
What's up? Is the Frog Wash t-shirt?
Oh yeah, it is the Frog Wash T-shirt.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
yeah.
How
It's
is it?
got a bottle of Frog Wash on the
Oh,
back.
that's
yep.
cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the one I bought. P or T? Always buy T. Is that what you were saying?
Huh?
Oh, hey guys, should I buy the punch or the power?
Yeah, that's what I say, the power.
Yeah, power.
Always
I'm a
power.
big fan of the power, not a fan of the punch.
Yep.
Never does anything for me. What is Haley doing? What are you watching, Haley?
No, Haley.
What are you watching?
Netflix.
What are you watching on Netflix?
Why?
What are you watching on Netflix?
40 nights, 40 days, 40 nights.
40 days, 40 nights? Okay, so that's what Haley's doing.
Why?
It's rough. Someone asked what you were doing. Hey, from Modesto, what's going on?
What's up?
What do you think is the best slimline subwoofer? Oh, that's a good question. My personal favorite right now is the Comp RT.
Yeah.
It's a mildly priced shallow mount woofer that has a good deep bass sound to it. Handles about 300 watts, somewhere between 250 to 350 is a good amount of power to run to it. We have a lot of good success with it.
I like the T shallow mount.
Oh, the T1 shallow mount for sure. That's a nice one. We put those.
I mean, they not that.
That's big power though.
Yeah.
You know, we've been putting 350, 400 watts. So if you need to go up a step, the trade-off between the two is the T1 definitely has more space on the outside, so it is shallow mount, but it's equally as deep as it is tall. Whereas
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I like it. That's
But
my
yeah, it does put out. We've been putting a lot of those in the Fox boxes with the grills. Because there's just enough. You got to use grills though. You got to have the grills because you need that to protect the driver. So we've been doing a lot of those, and of course, Kicker just came out with the L3 shallow mount driver, so we'll see that here hopefully here soon.
Hey, can anyone go to Knowledge Fest? No.
No, you have to be
in the industry.
You have to be in the industry. You have to work for a car stereo shop because that's the first question you ask is who do you work for? If you had a friend in the industry and you could fake it, you could go, but no. And there is 2 Knowledge Fest coming up here, just for you guys that are in the industry and interested in going. You have California coming up at the end of this month.
Yep.
This month, right? And then
this month, yes.
February, end of February. You have Knowledge Fest California coming up at the end of February, and you have Knowledge Fest Indianapolis. Yeah, there we go. Coming up in March.
Yes.
And we'll be at that one, and then Dallas is in August again. And then next year we'll be in Orlando. So we're going to be at 2 this year. We'll be at Dallas, and then we'll be in Indianapolis. Indianapolis, not Indiana. Two totally different places.
Indiana.
Let's just call it Indy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Move on.
Moving on. I'm here.
Japanese,
Greetings
my name
from
is
Mexico.
Romeo. I
What's
like
up?
this
What
channel.
speakers do you
What's up,
recommend for the front end of what?
Hey,
your
yeah,
car? There's lots of speakers you could choose from. Buy the ones that sound the best and that you can afford. That's the easiest way to say it. I mean, we recommend all kinds of speakers. We're in the unique position that we carry a ton of stuff. Today we're pimping Rockford because they're kind enough to send us these.
Japanese. How you doing,
we get
man?
to play with them. They make several different lines of speakers. They make prime, they make power, and they make punch.
Power.
I'm a big fan of power.
Yeah.
Buy the powers.
Buy the powers.
And they make 5 different levels of power.
Power is better.
Hi, quick question. What is the best speaker RMS? I have an L7 15. I need highs. well, you got a lot of bass. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to stick with the rock, or if you want to
Kicker.
stick with the kicker,
Yeah.
they make KS, and then they make
The Q class.
the Q class, both of which are amazing speakers that sound wonderful.
If you want to stay in that kicker range,
You know, both of them are wonderful, and they make amplifiers. Like, they have KS series, they make RS, or they make CS series, DX series. They make a ton of amplifiers. So I mean, go kicker.com,
Jeremy.
start digging down the rabbit hole. 995 fit 07 Avalanche. Crutchfield says no. Crutchfield is wrong. It fits fine. We actually have a video on how to do that. Ian Fernando. What's up, Jeremy? How do you guys feel about Orion amps?
Hey, you're a big fan.
I'm a big fan of the old Orion amps. The new Orion amps look cool, and it's funny. I was looking at on Instagram this morning because I always look at Instagram in the morning before I get up and then shut it down and get on with my day. There was a car that had two of the big Orion amps in there, and I was like, God, I just want to buy one of those, just hanging on the wall.
Yeah.
You know, just because it looks freaking cool.
I never seen one like the old style.
No, I
see it in the
I feel
pictures,
I'm never gonna get the original Beast, so I might just settle on buying a current,
Original Beast.
like 3000 or something, just to be like, look at that shiny red thing. So,
I want to put in the wall the Warhols.
Audio Control does great 6-channel amps, not sponsored, LOL. Yeah, they do. The
it's amazing amplifier.
LC6100 and the D61200 are crazy
they are an amazing
amplifiers. We have lots of
amplifiers.
pictures of those on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the D, of course, but that didn't go over well. Fro in the house. I don't know where he is. Good
I don't
question.
know, man. Yeah.
Need help with Big 3 on an 02 Suburban. That car is easy enough to actually do because you're not going to have any crazy things going on there. But
So what is the setup?
I mean, so basically what you want to do is take a ground from the battery. This is how I like to do it, regardless of how other people like to. I like to go from the battery.
That's Dean style. Okay?
That battery to the fender, battery to the frame. And then back up to the block, and then back over to the battery, or I just run 3. There's Jason.
Hey, what's up, Jason?
Or I just go here, here, and here, all 3, independently. It just depends. You can jump, and then of course you want to do a 12 volt from the battery to the alternator. And I do recommend some kind of a fuse in there personally, because that's up to you. But I like a fuse. From
cool.
here in the chat.
Yeah.
All right, he's here.
There you go. So that was the Big 3.
Give me another one.
All right, hang on. I'm trying to.
What's the difference between a Big 3 and a Big 4? It's the amount of pieces you run.
Just 4 wires.
4 wires as opposed to 3 wires. Personally, for me, I think the Big 4 would be the better way. I described as a Big 4. But call it whatever you want. I think it's a silly name. Basically, what you're doing is you're improving the grounds on your car. So you're going from the battery and make sure that there's grounds everywhere. So battery to the frame, battery to the fender, battery to the block. All the grounds are there. And then, I did one car where this guy grounded just crazy. He was like from here to here, here to here, and he went in different places. So he went off of the back of the block to the firewall, and he just replaced everything with giant grounds. You can never have enough grounding on those older vehicles. On some of the newer vehicles, yes, you need more grounding, but the problem is that the charging system is made to work with crappy ground, which is the easiest way to say it, and screwing with that can really mess things up. So on an older car, go for it.
All right, my P312 is constantly on. My kicker key, it's on. Looks like they share the same remote turn on, and it doesn't have this problem. What could be wrong?
So on the side of a P300, you have 2 switches. You have 1 switch for remote turn on. And there's 3 different positions. One is remote on, next is signal sense, and the next is DC offset. Signal sense, obviously remote turn on is just that. It's designed to get something accessory that turns on and off with the key. So if you have it hooked up to something like that, something that has 12 volts with the key, you want to make sure that it's on that switch. The second switch is signal sense. Signal sense is a little more tricky because it detects anytime there's a signal coming into the subwoofer, which means if you shut your doors, let your car fall asleep, and then you come out, you unlock it, a lot of the times the radios will power up and they'll send out a pulse. Okay, the subwoofer will see that and it'll automatically turn on. Okay, it's only on because you woke the car up. So if you're like checking to see if it's off, and you like lock the car, you go away, you come back and you unlock it, and it's like, oh, it's still on, it's been on this whole time. That happens a lot. It's not been on a whole time. So if you're trying to check, make sure you put it towards the window so you can see it and make sure it goes to sleep. And if it's only turning on when you wake up your car. The third way is DC offset. DC offset is a small amount of 12 volt power that comes through the speaker leads, and you can test this with a meter by just having the volume turned all the way down. Put your test leads into the speaker that you've tested. So on this, you could go to either the white and black, or white, black, gray, black. Take your meter probes, go into there, volume all the way down on the radio. Turn the car on, turn the radio on. If you see a small amount of DC come into that, that's DC offset. If you turn off your radio and it goes away, or if you turn off the key and it goes away, that's that DC offset. That's what's allowing this to turn on and off. Okay, that's how most of these high level, low levels work, is they use the DC offset. The problem is it's just like signal sense. Anytime a door chime or something like that has to pass through, it's going to wake that system up and turn the subwoofer on, and then when it goes to sleep, it'll shut off. But those are how you can test for those to see what the heck is going on.
All right, so what is the best double dim speaker replacement money can buy from a 2010 Platinum Crew Max Tundra?
Is it
to
double
replace
dim
the JBL system, yeah. Definitely.
So if you want to see what we liked as far as double DINs go check out our review we did last week of December, where we did the top 5 double DIN radios that me, Fernando, and Jason thought. Go see that, and that might help you out a little bit.
Yep.
Question was a Alpine 455U or a Kicker Key. Power-wise, they're about the same. What you're getting is whether you want time correction and an auto EQ feature. So a 455U is just an amplifier. You put it in, it makes stuff loud. The Kicker Key will do that and also give the ability to use the internal EQ, which it just auto does, and as well as the auto time alignment. And I can, Haley, do you like your Kicker Key? You gotta say it so people can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, she has a Kicker Key in her car. If you'd like to know more about it, of course, go back and watch the video we did on how to install a Kicker Key in your car. It was fun. What's up, boys?
Okay, a quick question. I have a 2004 Chevrolet Impala, and I can find the accessory on.
Yeah, you're not going to, because it's not there.
No.
It uses data bus to turn it on for accessory. That's why you have to buy a smart harness for that car when you're going to put in a radio.
Yep.
So when you go to pack.com or metroonline.com or Scotia Online, those little boxes you have to buy look something like these. And what it's designed to do is it uses the data bus in the car to turn things on. Jason says hi. So there is no real accessory in there. There's a low amperage accessory that's going into the key, and if you tap into that, you can run the risk of blowing the body control module up, so I don't recommend doing that. If you're just looking for an accessory to turn something on, you may want to pick up something like this. This is the IGN3. This is a new product from PAC, and what it's designed to do is it hooks up to constant 12 volts, it hooks up to ground, and then it has an output. It senses when you start the car, the voltage difference in that, and it creates a turn on. And it senses when you turn off the car, it waits about 3 to 5 minutes, something like that, and then it turns off. It's also useful if you have it push to start, it works on push to start cars, but it also works on cars that shut off at stoplights. So, the engine shuts off and then it starts back up and then your stereo turns off. This is designed to fix that. But this is a universal, really nice way to create an accessory. Now, if you're doing something like you're putting in an audio system, the LP7 II from PAC, which is a high-level to low-level adapter with that feature built into it, is a really nice thing to pick up. You can also use an LP7 II because we were using those before that was available just to create an accessory. We would tap into the center channel speaker, and that would turn things on for us. It was wonderful.
Random question. Do you like pepperoni or extra cheese on your pizza? Or both?
I'm not a big fan of extra cheese. I like normal cheese and normal amounts of sauce. I hate extra sauce. Pepperoni's okay, but I like cheese pizza.
Yeah.
I'm not a big cheese
Pepperoni,
fan.
It's okay.
Yeah, I like cheese.
All right,
big fan of cheese.
We're gonna do a review on the KX amplifier.
One of these
gonna
days.
come in.
Soon. Hopefully. Yeah, we gotta get to that.
But they awesome amplifiers.
Now the KS.
The Rockford R300.4. It's a good amplifier.
The T or the P?
I'm assuming is.
Well, they make a T and a
Prime.
P and a Prime.
R300.
Oh, that's a Prime.
That's a Prime.
Well, the Prime makes, okay, go up to the R404.
Yeah.
Go for the 404. It's a little bit more power and it's half the size because it's Class D instead of their funky, whatever that is. So this is, of course, the Kicker
Hey, what's up, Justin from Direct Tech?
line.
Look at that.
And what we have, hey, Justin. You have their cool command center. This has a epicenter-like feature built into it, which is really nice. It's also got a distortion detector built into it. They pulled out all the stops in these. These are really awesome amplifiers. So, yeah.
Jeff, 9906.
Yep.
Will hit the stores.
You're probably in March.
Yeah.
I would say March, April. That's the problem with CES is that they cram these companies into this deadline of we need to show new stuff, and then most of them aren't going to ship it until March or April anyway. So it's like, can we just wait and do it March and April?
All right, Scott has a lot of old school amplifiers, like the Autotech, Alpine
they know
B12, amp, 2-channel, 4-channel.
Haley likes nothing but cheese.
Yeah, you can
pizza
use
from
it.
California Pizza Kitchen.
What's wrong
Definitely,
with
you can
that?
use
Nothing.
it.
It's awesome.
All right.
What does it say? I have a. Oh, I was getting ready to
my
read that.
gosh.
Hold on. I'm gonna read this one. Does the Rockford R400?
No, it doesn't.
Only
The
the
Prime,
punch.
no.
Only the punch and the mini T's have the distortion detector built
Because
into
not
it.
even the old
T's
power.
do. Yeah, no, it's only
they don't.
those two.
Only the small
Oh,
ones.
and the PBR amplifiers, the
And the
new
PBR.
PBR amplifier.
The
so-
404.
Yeah, the 404. This little 404 right here has it built into
The new
it.
design.
This is a nice lamp. This is the one
Yeah.
we put in Fernando's car. So if you want to see this guy work in his car, we put a set of components and an 8-inch subwoofer off of this. You're still running this?
I still run those.
And it's So
Yeah.
balls
Yeah.
for days.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was gonna answer a question, but I totally lost it. So, do you happen to know the RMS on the new flat mount L7s? Yes.
Jeremy, no, I don't think we're gonna ship to Japan.
Unfortunately, no. That would not be anything.
That would be very expensive.
Yeah. Hold on. Keep going. Read another question.
So Mark, like Dean said, check all the reviews that we did with Jason, the top 5 double DIN Apple CarPlay Android Auto radios that we actually like. So maybe you'll like one of those.
All right. So peak power
There
handling.
you go. Yeah, that's true, Jason. I would take the PBR 404 over the R404.
Oh God!
Yeah.
In a minute, in a
Yep,
hot minute.
yep,
Peak power handling on the new L7 is going to be 700 watts. Frequency response is 30 to 100.
What's
Mounting
up, Wayne?
depth is 2.
Happy Saturday, buddy.
So this is tough. So this is like a white sheet that they sent me. So I'm just trying to figure this. Looks like 4. Oh no, that's the 8. So the 12 is 4 1/8 inches. Oh, okay, I got it now. So the 8 is 7. Yeah, they have 3. What do they got going on here? Oh yeah, so they're gonna make it in a 10, 12, and 8, even though they only introduced the 12 at the show. Regular power on the 8, so it's gonna go 8 is 350, 500, or 6. So the 12 is gonna be 600. Double that for peak power. Frequency response, they're again at the 8 is gonna be 30 to 100, 25 to 100, 25 to 100. That's 8, 10, 12. Mounting depth 8, 10, 12 is gonna be 2 3/4, 3 3/4, 4 1/8. Maximum enclosure recommendations are going to be foot for the 8, 1.2 for the 10, and 2 for the 12. That's sealed. Max, you can put them in a vented enclosure. There again, 1.2, 1.7, and 2.2. Yeah, so we'll have more information on those, but that's what we got on the new L712.
All right, so real quick, Rudy, no, you can use the excellent speakers with the factory radio if you have it. If you can add amplifier, they're perfectly fine, so you don't have to worry about it. but they will work fine with your radio, no problem.
So this is the iTest mic, is what you're asking about. We use this all the time. If you're just looking for something that's going to get you into, it's good enough to use. Studio 6 is the company that designs the software that runs on this. They do a really nice job. It gets you really, really close. We'll either use this or we'll break out the new big DM RTA that they make, but this is obviously a lot cheaper. If you want to get something that is uber, like you're really looking for something that is, you want, instead of, like, this will do 1/3 octave only. If you want something that's going to be like 1/6 or 1/12 octave, then you're going to want to check out the Audio Frog package, and you can download not their software, but you want to check out the UMI1 from Audio Frog. It comes with the mic, and then you're going to need a laptop for it. So if you're, obviously they're two different as far as how sensitive you want to get. The DMRTA will also do more sensitive monitoring than
What
that.
is a Switch?
A what?
Switch.
Switch?
Uh-huh.
I have no idea.
It says 5-star car say, have you ever thought on making a Twitch?
Oh,
Channel?
a Twitch channel.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's the one that they like
For
the gamers.
live streaming?
Yeah, they do a really long, like if you're gonna stream for like hours on end, you can do a Twitch channel. No, really?
Yeah.
Haven't thought about that. That hasn't even come in my mind. Also decide on either a 410s, 412s. Which sub should I want to use? 1500 at least running an Orion 5K HCCM. Get the Orion subs, man. Those things are awesome looking. I mean, why would you do anything but that?
All right.
The Rockford boxes come with an iPad to adjust the volume. No, there's no iPad for those.
All right. Best door speakers for a 2000 Trailblazer. I'm listening rock music. It's a truck. It has Bose system, but it sounds crappy.
Well, you're gonna.
Well, it
what
has
year is
Bose
it?
system. It's a 2000.
2000.
Yeah, and it has Bose
hopefully.
system.
Well, okay. If it's a 2000, we're hoping you've already put an aftermarket radio in it because you're going to need to bypass the Bose amplifier.
Correct.
That's going to have to come out altogether.
Yep.
And then from there, you can add any speaker you want. Any speaker you want. I mean, pick something. I mean, you have the Kenner Exelons, you have the Rockford Primes, you have the S-Type Alpines, you have the
Pioneer Z
Integration Series Focals, you have Centos, you have Dichis from Hertz. I mean, there's a ton of speakers to choose from.
Somebody say, what's
Guys,
the
hit
best
the like
speaker
button.
you ever heard?
Disney This Weekend, Boring Life. What's the best speaker I've ever heard?
Yes.
My Morels.
Morels.
There again.
The what I own.
Dude, when we were over at Bill's at the warehouse there, they had a $15,000 setup.
$15,000.
Yeah, $15,000 of Dyne audio setup. And those sounded great. I mean, I've heard a full giant Macintosh system that was incredible. I don't really think it's a matter of what's the best because there again, it just depends what they're playing. If you have awesome speakers and you're playing crappy music, then which prime example, good point of conversation. Back here when we were tuning this Jeep today, I just recently picked up Tidal because Tidal had a really awesome deal for Christmas. You got 3 months for $6 for their premium service. I was like, let's get it and see what happens. Other than the operating system, their little GUI driving me up the wall. Makes no sense. Listening to Tidal definitely sounds better than listening to the same song on iTunes. So we were A-Bing between Sex and Candy with our boys, and that sounded totally wrong.
I'm sorry, the Stinger Speedwire, it's 100% copper.
Yes, 18 gauge, 100% copper. And we were A-Bing between the two songs. Same song, two different services, and you could clearly hear the difference between the two. And it was scary how much of a difference it was. So Tidal has the best audio quality of any streaming service. It does. There's hands down, it's a noticeable difference if you're paying attention and trying to hear the difference.
Pay attention, people.
So, if you're just jamming out like Haley would be over there, she don't care. Pandora, woo!
Yeah.
Sirius XM,
Spotify.
How can I get a free t-shirt? I don't know. As soon as I figure out how I can get a free t-shirt, I'll let you know. Right now, we have to pay for them.
All right.
Teams Gordon Ramsay, does that make Nando?
Sleepy, what?
The Gordon Ramsay thing that Sue put up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Who's friend?
That's funny.
I gotta watch it.
I know, that was good. It
Anyway.
wasn't anything, it was just a comment.
I wanna
All right, what do you got?
I wanna say, okay, we carry SCAR audio, so we don't carry Sound Down, Audio Legion, so we carry.
Yeah, we know
Scar.
what that stuff.
It's
As far as the cheapest Android auto radio,
Cowboys.
Cowboys. There you go. Cowboys or Rams. We're actually going to a Cowboys party after
really?
this, so
I go for the Rams.
good for you. Ada would shoot you dead. You've seen his tattoo. He's got the tattoo on his arm. We've had this discussion.
No.
We've just killed it.
No.
I'm asking when the boring life is coming.
Okay, yeah, the boring life. Well, I was gonna edit it tonight, so you'll probably see one in the next day or so. The last Christmas one we had, where we built the gingerbread house, and then we have 2 more that we're gonna film this weekend. So
There
we'll
you
get
go,
that back on
Sean.
track.
That's right, Sean.
2?
But yeah, because we got the soda, and then tomorrow. So tomorrow is Sunday. Hello from Louisiana.
What's
Who dat?
up?
That's Haley over in the corner. Yep, there you go. Tuning in late. Hello from Lafayette. Well, hey, Ethan, you tuned in late, so we're going to let you know what these are back here. So these guys back here are the new Rockford Fosgate P300 series shallow mount drivers. If you want to know the actual depth for them, we talked about it at the beginning of the show, but what we have is a 300 watt amp on the side built in. These are built off of the same platform as the previous model, which is still available, the P310, the P312. All they've done is they've gone ahead and they came out with a P308. So as you can see, this one is ported. It's small. It could probably go under the back seat of a pickup truck. And they've come out with 2 wedge style designs. So now you have a wedge style box, and these are all interchangeable. So if you feel like you put a 10 in and you want a 12, it just unplugs. You run an 8 gauge to it, it's perfect. They have high level input, low level input, which talked about also, but this is the 10 inch. They've also come out with, soon to be shipping, a P512 that's going to be a ported 12 inch. Not going to be a wedge, obviously, like these, but that'll be coming out soon. As soon as we get that, we'll get to talk about it. Rockford was kind enough to bring the show to you today.
Yep.
They provided us with these, so we get to put these in cars.
In my shirt.
And see how they sound and perform,
if
and
you're
of course,
gonna-
film them.
Yeah, if you're gonna get Tidal, make sure you get the subscription because they have one that is not high res.
Yeah, and they have 2. You gotta pay
So,
for the
you
stupid
gotta pay for
amount.
it.
Oh, it's like $20 a month.
If you
Totally
wanna
sucks.
hear the difference, so
yeah, Audio Frog.
somebody say I didn't know the 5-star. It's a Cowboy fan. What disappointment!
I'm not a Cowboy fan. I'm gonna straight up tell you that I'm not a Cowboy fan. I am not a football fan at all.
No.
So don't be disappointed. The only sport I vaguely follow is hockey, and that's, yeah, as we talked about last year,
The Lightning. Yep.
who's, let's be honest, they're the best. It's okay. But no, I don't have time for that. I've never been into that. I run. I chose running because I don't have to have teammates. I get to just, don't bug me. So, yeah, no. The place we're going to tonight, he's a big fan. We're going to be there to be like, hey, oh, there's chips.
I'm coming for the chips.
I'm coming for the chips. I'm going for the football. I'm staying for the chips. Anyways, what's the name of the tool you guys use to check polarity on speakers? Now, it doesn't have a name. It's in like Chinese. There's the PT9A that you can get on Mobile
DNL
Solution.
tool drawer. Okay.
But D and what? DNL?
DNF.
DNFtooldrawer.com.
Yeah.
DNFtooldrawer.com. You can go there, go to the meters section. We'll have a link to it, so you can go ahead and pick it up. It's like $10. You can get them on Amazon, and it helps support the show. So definitely go there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joseph.
Thanks,
It's because I'm running like a mad fiend. Back
Yeah.
to running, even though it seems like everything is falling apart around me. It's okay. It's okay. I'm living through it. Got new shoes, so we're just having fun breaking those suckers.
Barry, yes, we have plenty Dodge videos. Yes,
Dodge Rams,
plenty.
yeah.
You just have to go back in the old
We're trying to-
thousands videos.
You know,
that
a
we
lot
have.
of the problem is a lot of the old videos, the names didn't reflect what they were. We're sorry about that, but there's way too many of them. Take too much time to change them. So if you notice, the new titles for the install videos are reflecting more of what they are, so that it's easier to search. So we're trying to put the name of the car we're working on in the title, just so that you can find these things.
All right, DSR1 is frustrating me. And the Dodge Charger. Should I switch to the Radio Pro?
It really depends on what's frustrating you about
And what
it.
are you trying to do?
A lot of the times it could be frustrating you because it is so much, and that's the problem, is that it is so much. It's way too many things for
Thank
somebody
you for
that
watching,
has never
buddy.
played
From
with something
Houston.
like that. What I might suggest doing, depending on where the problem is go ahead and set it back to default, meaning go just make it basic, okay? Or set it to out of the box. If that is the problem. If setting the EQ, the crossovers, the time correction, all that stuff is the problem, which we found most of the time it is, just go ahead and default it back to basic sound. And then start with the basic EQ. A lot of people get freaked out because they make something that says basic. It's a terrible name, and Rockford knows I feel that way. It should just be called 7-band EQ as opposed to 32 times 8.
32.
So just start with the basic 7-band EQ.
31.
Yeah, it's habit.
Exactly.
It's mental.
Yep,
It's 31 bands, but I always say 32.
Anyways.
But yeah, just start simple. Start with that basic 7-band EQ and just play with that for a little bit. And then, of course, you can use the crossovers on the amp if you want to. If you want something a little better, you can start working your way into the crossover. But baby step through it. Don't get into time correction until much, much later. Because if you're trying to do time correction for the first time, trying to do 31-band EQ for the first time, it's going to sound terrible. I mean, it is going to sound terrible. Back it up. An Amp Pro, basically the only difference between an Amp Pro and a DSR-1 is there's no DSP to it. It's just
Brian.
RCA. So if you take a DSR-1 and you put it to factory default nothing, it's an Amp Pro. It has nothing to play with. So do you need to have a DSR-1 for Dummies manual? I mean, we have the 2 videos on the DSR-1 that kind of walk you through everything that it does. But there again, if you don't understand how to tune an EQ and what a curve is and you know, all that fun stuff, it doesn't matter. I mean, basically what we need is a sound tuning for dummies. And I hate that name because no one's stupid. It's just if it's not your wheelhouse, it's not in your wheelhouse. I mean, we do this every day. And it's even hard for us to explain. I mean, we were sitting here the other day talking, and we were litioning to something, and you're just looking at me like I'm crazy.
Even me, you know, sometimes you explain me something, and I'm like, what? I mean, honestly, I don't understand this. What are you talking about? So, it's not like...
How's my hearing?
Exactly.
Hey, Haley, how's my hearing?
What?
How's my hearing?
It's bad. But
Yeah.
so is mine.
Oh, yeah.
It's mine.
So, no, you know, I know my hearing is actually diminished like my eyesight. But the thing of it is you learn what to listen for, and of course you learn how to read the meters. So, you know, autofocus on a camera is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
But we need what does that say? We need a hockey.
Hang on.
We need a hockey game
between you, son. That's awesome.
Oh, they'd probably kill us, dude. I don't know.
Well, they've been doing it for a long time, so.
Well, yeah, but
is there a hockey game?
If there's a hockey game, and I want him on I want Axeman on my team. Okay, if we're doing it, I want Axeman on the team because I know he knows how to play hockey.
Yeah.
I know he does. He's from the Great White North, so yeah, I'll do it if he's on my team. I'm a ringer, dead straight. You're a ringer.
You're Ali, really. Exactly. Somebody asked, how can I get 2 amplifiers and 1 remote, something like that.
Yeah, so if you go to...
Fro is right.
You want to add a relay for sure. If you want to know specifically how to do that, go back into the From the Install Bay playlist and just search relay, because we did like a handful of videos on how to hook up relays,
add a relay.
how to add them in. So we have a video, and it is labeled that so that you can figure it out. Hockey game with chips.
Junior, este canal es solamente para gente, no mandamos groserías ni nada de eso. So, le mando un saludo, pero no eso, ¿me entiendes? Sorry.
Yeah. Will the 500 watts of the PDX V9 be adequate for 2-kicker comp R10 sealed box? What do you say, Fernando?
I'm sorry, repeat the question. I was reading another
one.
No,
it's okay. The answer is yes. It will power the hell out of those in a sealed or ported box. So it is plenty of power. That 500 watts that comes out of the PDX V9s is very powerful, very awesome sounding. I have one sitting over there. That's yours. That will never going to get into your car. But hey, you own one, so that's all that matters.
Yay!
How delayed is the stream? Honestly, I have no idea.
I mean, it's a little bit.
Maybe
it's a little bit, but
I guess
it's not
it
that
also
much.
depends where you're at.
Because
so.
I'm trying to read the questions over here too.
If you want to see what we're looking at, if you ever watched Tuesday's recap of the Facebook Live show where it's split, where we have a video and we have all the comments streaming. That's what we're looking at as we're talking to you. So, like right now, we can tell there's 349 of you, and there's 73 comments that have come by in the last minute that we're trying to cycle through. So,
all right,
it's tough.
Yeah, Antonio Diaz say, how can I lower my door chime on my 2014 Silverado after I install an amplifier? It is ridiculous loud. Yes, it's going.
Okay, so here's what you want to do for the Silverado with the obnoxious door chime. What year is the car?
2014.
2014. Pick up an Amp Pro GM61. All right, the Amp Pro GM61. First off, go back and watch. We did 2 videos on it. So if you don't have the Bose system, watch the first one.
I'm from London.
Amp Pro GM61. That'll allow you to get a full preamp section out of the radio. Now, if you don't want to do that for obvious reasons, which I don't know, if you watch that video though, you'll be like, I'm buying one of those. Screw this. Because it takes the door chime totally out of the system and puts it in an actual chime. There's some other things you need to check. But if you don't want to do that, what you want to do is you want to not use your front speakers for the high-level input into the amplifier. You want to use the rear speakers. And then what you want to do is take one of the speakers you took out of the car, one of the 6.5s, take your driver's front speaker output, and attach it to that speaker, put it up in the dash, and aim it towards the floor. Then you want to go into your radio and fade it all the way to the back. Now what that's going to do is that's going to make sure no sound other than the door chime, the Bluetooth, the backup sensors, or any other things that come out of that front obnoxious speaker come out of that speaker. Now it's not going to be amplified because you're using the radio to power that, okay? So everything is going to work the way it's supposed to, you're just not going to have front to rear fader.
Saludos, Señor Vargas.
Or, like I said, just buy the Amp Pro GM61, flick switch number 3, to y'all as well.
What is the best DSP to use? Depends.
So, it really depends. That is a totally loaded question. Right now, we're playing with a couple DSPs. Like, I have the Alpine in my car. You put the DSR1 back in your car.
Yeah.
Which we're going to pull that back out. We're going to put the Dayton in there. We still have the Phoenix Gold to play with.
Correct.
We have, hopefully, the Focal and the Moscone to play with. It's not so okay. A DSP is designed to do 3 things, all right, for the most part. All right, there's other things it will do, but it needs to have independent level control for all channels. That's important, meaning you need to be able to turn up every channel that it's capable. It needs to have volume control for every channel. So 1, 2, 3, it doesn't matter what's controlling. It needs to have level control for all channels. So when you're looking for DSPs, make sure it has that. Download the software and check it out. 2, a parametric EQ is preferred but not typically necessary. Parametric EQ, if you watch the video on the Alpine, it does make your life a little easier. There again, if you have 31 bands of adjustment, or like on the Dayton you have 10, it goes from both sides. If you only have 10 bands to play with, having a parametric EQ makes it a lot easier because you can move the center frequency to wherever you want, adjust the Q, which is the width, and adjust the volume. So you can make a 10 band any band. It's not fixed like a radio has 13 bands of fixed crap. Alpine has 9 bands of parametric, but the Q is limited. It only has 3 adjustments for Q. So there again, when you're looking at Q, you want to make sure you have more than 3 bands of adjustment. 31 bands is, if you're going to have to go graphic, make sure you have 31 bands. Anything less than 31 bands is useless. You also want to make sure that you have 31 bands for all channels. If you're actually trying to be serious about this, 31 bands for all channels is great. The Pioneer, which we have sitting over there, is 31 bands for 1, meaning everyone gets the same. But if you're going active, you want to make sure you have a band for your tweeters, a band for your mid-range, a band for your, you want to make sure you have these things. Plus, you want to be able to tune left sometimes different than right, because that speaker's all the way over there and it's aimed at your ear. This speaker's down at the floor, aimed at your toe. You're going to have some differential there, so having the ability to have a different EQ for each side is a big plus. Next, you're going to need some form of time correction. That's the big thing. So you want to make sure that the amount of channels that you're going to time correct, you buy a DSP big enough to do. So if you just have front, rear, sub, you need at least 5 channels. If you're going to do front tweeter, front mid, rear tweeter, rear mid, sub, that's 9 channels. If you're going to add a center, that's 10 channels. So you want to make sure that you have enough channels to accomplish what you're trying to do. I haven't seen a DSP yet that doesn't have enough delay built into it. Most of them have way too much delay built into them, so you're never going to run into that as an issue. And then third is going to be some form of a crossover. Now this is where, a lot of crossovers, you have the slope, and you have different types of slope. And then as far as who's you're going to use, you have Lynx Riley, you have the other one, which my brain fart right now, and then you have the actual slope of 6, 12, 18, or 24. If you're going to go active, you want to make sure you have something that can do 24 dB slope.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not going to go active, 12 to 18 is fine. There again, it's not 100%. You don't have to have 24, but it's nice. So 18 isn't bad, 24 could be better. So it just depends. Like the audio controls only go up to 18, which is fine. We've done plenty of those active and they sound wonderful. So you have to decide which one of those things is important to you. There are tons of them to choose from as we're finding out, and we're playing with them, as many of them as we can, as fast as we can to update you guys. Butterworth, thank you, Mrs. Butterworth. That's what I try to remember.
All right, and Richard 1976. You might have to call Ada of Absolute Electronics. Maybe he's closer to you. He's a jail dealer, and he can tune. I think he's in South Carolina.
Or Ethan.
Oh, Ethan, exactly.
Soundwaves.
In Soundwaves. He's also a jail dealer, and they good with the DSPs.
He's in Virginia Beach.
Yes. So check it out.
Mrs. Butterworth.
Because he wanted to come over here and do the tuning.
Those guys are both jail dealers, so I mean they're probably better. And they're both Ethan at Soundwave
Customs and Virginia
Beach. He was a retailer of the year, so
Absolute Electronics in Maryland. So if you want to, hang on. Somebody I had this one. Hey guys, I have a customer with the 2018 F250 with the Sony for the same retail price. Which will you prefer, pack amp or the DSR1?
Oh, F250. Oh, okay, so that will take one. So honestly, what we've been doing in a lot of those is because we've been doing an Amp Pro connected to a DSR1.
Yes.
Mainly because, we've been doing them in GM that way, because the DSR1 doesn't have an interface to go into the GM. So in the GMs, we've been doing Amp Pro into the DSR1. Really, all it comes down to is money. For one, it would be cheaper in your case to just buy the DSR1 with the T-harness and plug it in and be done with it.
Yeah.
It just depends on whether your customer is down for that. So, if it's a great DSP.
Yep.
If a guy were to walk in today and say, "Hey, I have an F250 with the Sony system," and we're talking and we're figuring out what he wanted, I would probably just sell him a T-harness and do the DSR1.
Yeah, exactly.
But there again, it depends. So if right now the T-harness doesn't work with the audio control, and if we're talking audio control, so I might sell the guy the D6.1200, in which case I'm going to do an Amp Pro. So we actually stock both so that we can build the system according to what we want. So I wouldn't sell an LC 6.1200 in DSR1, but if the amps I needed to sell kind of built out. So if a guy was going to come in and we're going to do micro T amplifiers, Rockford Power micro power amplifiers, then we do the T harness, the DSR1, do the two little amplifiers. It'll all be sexy, small, and hidden. We've done that, so that's nice.
For prices, please call Paul. He will give you all the prices for amplifiers, speakers, everything.
Yeah. Seen any good movies lately? We just watched two. We watched Murder on the Orient Express, and I watched Peppermint. Peppermint was good.
I watched Peppermint. It's good. I like it. Yeah. Been told 13 inputs, but not 100%.
I don't know what we're talking about. Halo 9 is screen detachable. No. Nope. It comes off, but it's not detachable, meaning it's bolted in place.
Soon as you put that screw, it's done.
All right, guys, that's going to take us to an hour. This show was thankfully brought to you by the fine folks at Rockford Fosgate. Go ahead and check out the new P300 truck boxes. T for truck. They have an 8, 10, and a 12, soon to be a P500. You can find the cool tools we use at dnftooldrawer.com. That's where you can find all the fun stuff that we talked about. We showed you earlier, dnftooldrawer.com. You can find t-shirts at teespring/store/5star. We have new ones up that we just put up. They're starting at like $17. Based output. I need a Tweak 88, Jason.
Huh?
What else? Oh, Patreon. If you'd like to have a video version of the podcast, that's right, we do a podcast. We just uploaded a new audio version and a new video version last night.
For the Patreon.
No, for both. So there's a new audio is old.
Yeah,
So
I know, for the
Patreon
video.
gets the video first, and they get it like a week or two earlier than the regular guys that just get the podcast. You can find the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, as well as Podbean. Yeah, lots of fun. Become a Patreon member. It's a lot of fun there. You get the cool video. You get one more video. It's twice a month.
Yeah.
Lots of good. Can you explain the meaning of life? No, active. Active means no passive crossovers. Those cool little boxes when you buy a speaker, it comes with a box. That's passive. Active means you have an active amp channel and crossover on them. We can talk about that more on Monday if you want to tune in. Monday we'll be live back 6:30 Eastern Standard Time on Facebook for the Facebook Live show.
Yeah.
You guys have a wonderful night.
Peace, guys.
Be safe. Ubers, Lyfts, they're cheap. Don't do anything stupid tonight when you're out
Bye, Haley.
partying, doing the yay, go
Yeah.
my favorite team, sports guys. You, love you.
Thank you,
All right,
Liz.
guys, have a wonderful night as always.
Poncho, bye.
Bye.